All right, so right now we're going to be working on the monthly income sheet. So we're going to be working from on September, October, and November. So as you can see here, it's divided into a couple sections. We're working off of income. This is your total gross income. This is the money that you're bringing into the practice, and it's kind of the gross income after the charges of the credit card and whatnot. The wages. This is your number of hours worked times your hourly rate, and that's your total wage. Expenses. This includes malpractice insurance cost, workers' compensation cost, your rent, bookkeeping, employer's profit, simple practice, and income tax. And then you see here, all these guys down here. This is all, as you can like the other sheet previously. If it's white, don't touch it. There's going to be some values that's going to be placed with a formula or whatnot. So, but generally, just for your understanding, previous negative balance, the way this works is that, when you first start working for the company, um, you're going to have a lot of overhead with expenses and the fact that you're going to have rent, and it's probably and all these other expenses, and it's probably not going to outweigh the amount of money that you're bringing into the practice. So no matter what, you're going to be paid your total wage. But until you start bringing in more money than to the practice than these expenses cost, you won't be making this discretionary bonus. So you'll eventually make it, but this may happen for a couple of months. So that's what this previous negative balance does. And once you hit this zero, start seeing the zero, you'll notice that you're going to start making a profit here, and you'll see the net profit. And this is more for payroll use, but eventually the number you want to be looking at is this discretionary bonus. So if you ever see a positive number here, so if you notice, there's these previous negative bonuses, but you're never actually getting a negative discretionary bonus. But when there's an actual positive and you're making more money than what your expenses are, you're going to be making whatever's in this cell, as well as what's in this total wage. Reminder, you're always making your total wage. All right, so with that out of the way, we're going to talk about how to fill in this total gross income. All right, so actually I pre-filled this total gross income for September, so I'm just going to talk through it, and then we'll do October together. So so for this column for September, total gross income, what this equals, if you see here, you click here, and if you look at this top, this is the formula sheet. You can tell it's in September, in the September 2018 sheet, and then you'll see that it's in cell E103. So let's go there. I'm just going to hit enter, and I'm going to go to September and E103, and this is it right here. So what we're looking at is it's going to be total of the net fee right here. So that's what you want in this total gross income. I'm going to make a legend to make it a little bit easier for you as you fill this in, but you know, watch the video and you'll figure out how to do it as well. Okay, so that's that. Number of hours worked goes into C34 in the same September 2018, and that equals out the total number of hours worked. So you see here, it equals C34, and this is it over here. So it's going along with the number of hours worked. The next thing is oh yeah, and then you notice that this total wage is just the hours worked times the hourly wage, and that's your wage, right? Okay, so like in the monthly sheets, you know, your the yellows are indicate the fact that it's some entry that you have to do, and actually it has to do with the formula. So for this sheet, yellow means formula, green means something you just have to enter in like a number. Okay, so we went through these first two sections. The third section, like I said, the green's a number, right? So all the stuff may change per month. You're gonna have to talk to Karen or some other associate to get this number, but for September, we're just, these are random numbers I placed in here, but we're saying, you know what, we're going to have a malpractice insurance expense for $100. And, I just put in these numbers for rent, 140 for bookkeeping, employer profit, 100. Now, these are all subject to change, but like I said, talk to Karen and she'll help you fill this in. Now, if you look at employer profit number 2, this is another yellow field, so you know it has to be a formula. So if you look up here, it's going to G103. So this employer profit goes to this Karen profit total column, right? The total over here. So you see it's 89.50. It's C103, G103. So G103. Let's do a double check over here. This equals G103. Perfect. Okay. So that's what that equals, and then the other will equal your total expenses. So you could just see it in the formula again. We're looking at H34. We're gonna up to 34. So we go here, H34, right? And that's it. Okay, so that's generally where it is. I'm gonna show you an easy way to fill this out now. So we're gonna do October now. So I actually already pre-filled October again. It's literally just a copy of September, but we're gonna do some changes a little bit, right? So we're gonna add maybe another cost. Let's do another cost here, and I have to change these dates really quick. Two, 10-4, 10-5, 10-5. Okay. And then, you know what, let's do like, so October has another, like an extra day, so we're going to add another 100 minutes here. Okay, just to make things look a little bit different. So here, $200, and we're going to go, yeah, this is going to go to Karen as well for profit. Okay, so I just made a little bit of updates. You know, don't worry about these dates, I'll fix them later. But essentially, you know, it's now, you know, these are now new numbers, right? It's generally the same. There's just a little bit extra from September. Like I said, I just copied it. But we're going to go and we're going to do the update, and I'm going to show you how to do it easier. So all you're going to have to do now is you're going to take September, right? You know, something you know works already on this sheet, and you're just going to do a copy. So you're going to right click on it. You're going to hit copy, and you're going to paste it. Okay. So you're going to right click again in the new cell. You're going to hit paste. So you're gonna copy from the yellow cell to the left of it. Okay. So we did a copy. Now the one thing that we have to change, the only thing we'll have to change is we're gonna have to change it from September to October. So OCT. And there you go. So let's check it out. We made the change. We hit enter. Let's double check if it's working. And if you remember correctly, gross income works with the net profit in the client section. So we're gonna go down here. And right here, 610,025, right? And is it 610? Okay, so it ended up rounding up, but that's okay. That's what happens because you know, percentages or whatnot. So it matches perfect. So we're gonna do the same thing over here for September. We're gonna go right click, hit copy, and then we're gonna do a paste. Right click and paste here. And now same thing. We're just gonna go here and change it from September to October, and you notice it's a different number again. Let's double check this number one more time. In October, 5142. Perfect. So yeah, remember this is the total number of hours worked. Okay, so then, like I said, the main things you have to worry about are the highlighted fields. So we already filled out these guys. Now in the green, these are numbers you have to manually enter. So yet again, you have to talk to Karen, ask her what to put in here. But essentially, you know, I'm gonna make it up right now. You won't do malpractice insurance more than twice a year, I think. So we'll keep that empty. But let's say we're doing workers' comp here now. Let's say that's 100. We're doing rent again, and now this is 300, and then this rent too is $50. You know, and you know, I'm just putting random numbers again. So you fill this in, and let's do another employer profit of like 150 this time. Okay, so so I manually entered this. So that works out. Like I said, you're talking to Karen about this. Employer profit 2 though, it's another you know, another formula. Remember what we do? All we do is do a right click, we hit copy, click here again, hit paste, and then we're gonna go hit October. Change it to October. Okay. And you're noticing there's a little bit of a change. We added numbers every single time. So you know, we're just gonna do it again here, hit paste. And then we're going to do October. There, and then it changed a little bit. And we can double check the numbers again. So remember, this is in the client section of Karen's total. And here, 134. and that's going to 134.38. Okay, so as you can see, all these numbers have changed. This gray field over here is totals, so this right here is this is the total of all this over here. This is the total of all these guys over here. And yeah, so this is generally how to fill out the sheets. I'll make sure that you guys have a couple of sheets for the next couple months, so you don't have to worry about it. So you won't have to remake these guys out here. But if it's not showing up, talk to Karen, and we'll make sure we fill out the next year. But I think that's it. All right. Thanks, guys.